So in this segment, we're going to be talking about the Express coming out against Boris Johnson's Brexit deal when it comes to fishing. Yes, I know I've cited the Express before. Yes, I know they're a rag paper. Yes, I know that giving them clicks does support their paper. Yes, I do have an ad blocker on, and no more questions. So, Boris Johnson's fishing fast. Boris Johnson's deal leaves UK fishermen with less quota than before Brexit. This is the great deal, that Boris Johnson signed, where the UK's fisheries minister, instead of actually reading the deal and how it would impact fishing, she was at nativity. So, there was that. So, British fishermen have access to less quotas than they did before Brexit due to Boris Johnson's failure to negotiate a robust trading partnership with the European Union, a fishing boss has said. Up until December 31st, fishing companies were allowed to swap and trade quotas with boats across the channel, which often resulted in a win-win situation on both sides of the water. But since the Brexit transition period has expired, fishermen have not had the option to do this sort of business with their European counterparts because the UK-EU deal forbids it. Oh, but I thought there were no benefits of being in the EU. I thought the EU just caused problems. I thought it would be great without them. Now we can't even do trades. We can't even trade fishing quotas. This is ridiculous. Chloe North, manager of Western Fish Producers Organisation, that's such a stupid name for a company, said while the Prime Minister promoted his deal as a success due to an increase in quota over 5 years, the fishermen she represents see it as a different light. Those fishermen vote Brexit though. She told express.co.uk, at the moment a lot of the industry has less quota than they did before, so it's a worse deal for a lot of people. It's a disappointing deal. It's a sad deal. Very sad. The increase in quota does not mean that we have more fishing opportunities because we have lost this flexibility to bring in quota. So actually many companies are worse off in terms of the fish that they can catch. The organisation based in Exeter, Devon, represents dozens of vessels that catch Dover sole, plaice, monkfish, whelk and scallops. Under the UK's common fisheries policy, she was free to do deals with fishing companies on the continent to bring in extra quota for fish where her boats operated. This means fishermen did not have to travel so far afield and burn so much fuel to find their catch. So basically they could trade the quota. So, say for example, the UK fishermen wanted to trade for cod, and we have access to say whelk, and say whelk isn't that consumed in the UK compared to cod, which we know that's the case. So then the UK fishermen could trade with the fishermen from Denmark. So the fishermen from Denmark would get access to the quotas for whelk, and the UK fishermen would get access to cod. Sorry, that was difficult. My brain was melting. Under the EU's common fishery policy, she was free to do deals with fishing companies. Oh, we just mentioned that. So the arrangement also meant there was a low rate of discarding, a controversial issue often blamed on EU rules. You could do stuff. You don't have to discard the fish. There are other things you could do with them. Ms. North said the loss of quota trading has had a drastic impact on the trawler she represents. She explained, we used to be able to trade quota internationally with European countries, and we can't do that anymore, which means a lot more fishing companies have less quota now rather than before, because they used to be able to trade quota in. If we saw a need, we would call up contacts in Europe and say, we've got this quota and we need this quota. How about a trade? You could do that. You could do it, and you'd have that quota that week. So it's a very efficient system before. So people could get the quota that they wanted to fish, and also move. Fish move. So what quotas you might have, and not necessarily what fish will be on your doorstep that year. This flexibility with quota trading was really important to be able to fish sustainably and not have to throw away fish. We've lost that flexibility, and that has not been picked up very much. But according to Rees-Mogg, the fish are happy. So that's all that matters, right? The post-Brexit trade agreement with Mr. Johnson and the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen in December states that a mechanism for international quota trading could be set up eventually, and given the amount of bad will the UK are creating with the EU, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. But Ms. North warned it may not be enough to allow British fishermen the flexibility they desperately need to operate. She said, even if the government manages to sort it out, and we get that ability in the future, it won't be in real time. It won't be in real-time fisheries management that we need. Fishermen across the UK are still allowed to trade and swap quotas with each other under the post-Brexit fishing rules. Okay. However, the fishing boss said few are engaging in the practice at the moment because they feel very nervous in the current environment as everyone is quite quota limited. This, she said, has led to an almost complete stalling of the trade system, which has hit fishermen hard following a year of having livelihoods battered by the COVID crisis and falling fish prices. She added, It's kind of put the brakes on the whole quota trading system for the moment. Our colleagues in Europe want to do these trades. We want to do these trades, but somehow politics is getting in the way. I mean, yeah, that's down to Brexit, and we know that the vast majority of fishermen voted for Brexit. So, some of these people brought this on themselves, and the Express was a paper that supported Brexit. So why you're talking to them, I have no idea. Surely you talk to like a Remainer paper about this, but I guess this gets the information out to Brexiteers who back the ting and realise that this is bad for everyone involved, but more specifically the UK, because the thing is, because the EU is that big, you could get French fishermen trading quotas with fishermen in Denmark or Germany or wherever. But because the UK is a single entity, who are we going to trade with apart from ourselves? And we're not even doing that because the quotas are so small. This deal is ridiculous. It's been a bad deal for the UK. Yes, it's better than getting no deal. But if you set that up as the two options, of course this deal is going to look better. But if you look at what we actually had, this deal looks like rubbish because it is. It's just ridiculous, but I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.